Hi, my name is Joy Achungo. I'm the Executive Director of Art for Impact. Well, on this set is a good friend of mine, and I want to hear his hot takes. Hi, how are you?
Very fine, how are you?
Ko fiti?
Ko best kabisa.
How is the economy? So, here are the rules of the game. He will pick a card and then atapatiana his opinion. He can either agree, disagree, or remain undecided. You will be the ones to choose the parliamentarian of this day. So mtokona the hottest text is the one who wins this round. We will vote in the comment section. Uko tayari?
Tayari kabisa. Let's go.
I'm shuffling the cards. There are more cards here, but these are the most relatable cards to him. So it will be a very short run. I'll shuffle the cards and he'll pick it and then give his opinion.
Sawa, let's go.
Sawa. Read your opinion aloud. Tusikie unasema nini.
Let's see. So, voters are too ignorant to make informed decisions. Voters are too ignorant to make informed decisions. I oppose.
Right.
I oppose because someone who has already taken a voter's card has sense, into a corner sense. So they are not ignorant. Unless they are those who've been bought, like the ones you are hearing of from the other side of the eastern part of Kenya, who are buying voter cards. I think voters are not ignorant. Even with social media right now, people are very informed. They know what is happening. They are very informed about the political environment and what is happening right now. But I don't agree somehow on the informed decisions. I think maybe in conformed decisions, there are also voters who have conformed decisions. People who've made already decisions for them. So they are told to vote for this and they go with that. But I oppose this. I oppose this.
Okay, my only worry is Nikolini tuko na bad leaders if the voter knows what they are doing on the ballot. Nikolini we still have complaints of poor leadership and there are people who have been voted by the masses. So is it true that at times we lose our minds on the ballot?
Yeah, those are the ones I'm calling the conformed voters. People whose decision has already been made for them by the leaders, because you find they've been paid or they've already given out their voters card for it to be used as a vote and then later they are given, like what happened in Embu. People are in the morning you're giving out your voters card then you're given 1,000 shillings, then in the evening you can't pick your voters card, you're given 4,000 shillings. Those are the ones who are the conformed voters, people whose decision has already been made for them. But they're not very many. We'll see 2027, we'll see how many they are.
My issue is I think the voter is too poor to make informed decisions, because if you're poor you really can't choose. So I wouldn't say ignorant, because I know intellectuals who still make wrong decisions. So I'll say the voter is too poor to choose the right leader, because if an individual and offer 1,000 bob and you sleep time, utampea kura.
Utampea, yes, but it doesn't take away the fact that they know what is happening. You see, it doesn't take away the fact that they know this is wrong. Even by the fact that they know who is giving out the money, they are going to that person, take my voter's card, give me money. That shows they are not very ignorant.
Okay, makes sense. I think we can go to the next card. So in this card we both agree that, both disagree, and in my opinion it's not ignorance, it's poverty.
You oppose that?
Yeah, the next card, let's see.
We always go for the middle. The middle is where everything is at. Hot take number 2. Voting should be mandatory for all eligible citizens.
It should be illegal in case you... It should be illegal to not vote.
Should be illegal not to vote.
Yeah, ukienda hapo kwa voting, ikiwa uko 18 years and above, uko na ID na ukose kuvote, unaweza pelekwa in a court of law as an offense.
I think so, because I kind of propose this because those who don't vote are usually they form part of where the swing vote will be. See, if a group is divided, then how do I put it? If a group is divided, then let's say half of them don't vote and half of them vote, then those who didn't vote shouldn't even have, hawafai kuwa na right ya kusema our leaders are bad. Unaona? So for you to have an opinion, of which you should have an opinion of how the country is run, then you should vote. And even in fact, military men, police, by law they are not allowed to vote. Yeah.
No, I didn't know that.
If they participate in any participate in any politics, that is illegal. Yeah. Military men and police are supposed to be neutral.
Okay.
Then if that means if they themselves are, they are disciplined forces. If they are disciplined, then the citizens should also be disciplined when it comes to responsibilities such as this. So not for a big punishment, maybe wafagie at least tao. Wafagie tao hadi kutoka Moi Avenue hadi Kenyatta Avenue, but not ati ikuwe a serious case, but that should also serve to promote. It should also serve as a way to promote voting. Because if you're going to utaenda kuslash kwa police station Nyasi kama uta vote, you'll definitely, hata kani saa sita ukitoka shughuli yako, you'll definitely vote ndio avoid something.
My issue is, I think our systems are not enough to ensure that every citizen votes. Sasa mtu atatrack aje if you're voted or not, because it's a secret ballot. It's not digitized, it's so physical. So I think it's our system itself that really fails us from voting. And I think a lot of voter apathy, it is a systems issue. So I would say it should only be compulsory when our systems have been fixed enough to allow us to track individuals who have voted. You can pinpoint individuals who have voted or not. And our system should at least be digitized. It's so hectic to go to vote.
What if I say the system has made it such?
Makes sense.
What if I say the system has made it as such? Like right now, we know IABC has not been empowered enough even to do voter education. So those who are benefiting from people not being educated or people not receiving civic education, it favors them, and we know who it favors right now. We know who it favors. So those who it favors want it to remain so, ndio hata hao wenyewe wa benefit, ndio 2027 they be less new voters, so that they can deal with the current voters who are there.
Ensure you vote, though. Ensure you vote. Ensure it is mandatory for you to vote in case you are watching us. Vote, guys.
Usisahau kuvote.
All right. I think I should pick a harder card, because so far you are really flowing.
Pick for me one.
Yeah, let me pick for you one.
But don't look what the hot take is. Democracy slows down development in poor countries. Democracy slows down development in poor countries. This is a mindset. Yeah, this is a mindset. This is definitely a mindset.
My question will be, is democracy working in Africa? Is it something that can fight for?
Democracy was built to work, but the loopholes that are there, the powers that be took advantage of the loopholes in democracy. That's how corruption came up. Because I know democracy is for the people, by the people, and
the people.
Yes, it is for the people actually. So the loopholes that were there, no, politicians ni watu smart sana. Even our president is a PhD holder, and you can see how he moves. He makes smart moves. It's just like law. In law, like for you to bring down a defense case, you have to find the loopholes for you to win a case, right? So if you look for the weak points of a case, you're able to win it by taking advantage of the loopholes. It's just fixing the loopholes that is the issue. If we can fix, let's say tuseme the loopholes that these corrupt leaders are using, tukiweza kufix hizo loopholes, then corruption will not exist. Let me put it this way, kama hizi fund inaitwa
NGCDF.
Yeah, NGCDF. Those funds are not supposed to go directly to the accounts of people. It's just a loophole they're using that they can transfer to company name, to a certain company that is tied to a certain individual. You know, if those who are wale wamepewa mandate ya kucheck background ya the owners of these companies, ama ya kucheck the track record of these companies, wanaweza pakwa mafuta kidogo. So you see, they are taking, that's what I mean by taking advantage of the loopholes in democracy. But democracy should work. I think there are countries that which country I'm trying to find, but then I'm trying really hard to think of an African country where democracy will work. I'd say it's supposed to work.
My issue is, imagine after every 5 years we go to a voting phase, an electioneering period. Violence, tension after every 5 years is something that scares me. The businesses that are being hurt after every 5 years. So I would say yes, it is a strategy to keep African countries poor, and individuals are very intentional about ensuring that democracy does not work in Africa, and they're also taking advantage of the uneducated civic mass that is not really aware of how to engage with the system.
So what should work? Autocracy, like from M7, is that dictatorship? What
should work is a very hard question. A parliamentary system of governance instead of a presidential system should work though. But then I think individuals can tell us, is there any other system that should work? Because my greatest fear with democracy is it's so expensive. Actually, voting in Kenya is one of the most expensive budgetary allocations in the world. We have one of the most expensive elections. It is very hard to sustain elections in Kenya, and then still 11.8 billion being lost. There is something totally wrong either with our democracy or the people handling our democracy. So our question would be, is it by chance that we get a good leader for our systems to work? Our systems should have very fixed loopholes that it does not really matter on the individual sitting on that seat, because I am afraid that for now it's just luck. If you get a good leader, things work. If you get a bad leader, things don't work. So unfortunately, in this context, it is a strategy to keep Africa poor. Democracy is a strategy to keep Africa poor, and unless the masses are educated to understand the loopholes in democracy, we'll never really achieve any sustainable.
The only reason I'll remain neutral is because of what Traore is doing in Burkina Faso. That's the only reason why I might be neutral on this. But we can still give him time, you see, because autocracy tends to end in dictatorship.
Honestly, on the case of Traore, I'm not sure whether his country is actually working. I haven't been to Burkina Faso, but I have friends who are saying he's not really doing the most. Guys, I don't have any insider information, just things I'm hearing.
Give it time to see how it goes.
I think for now, unless the masses are educated, democracy won't work. We need another system, and you guys should propose the system. It seems you're not agreeing on that.
I'll remain neutral. Apple remain neutral. Apple.
Alright, Nisa. The next card. Let me pick a card. Let me be the one picking this card.
Okay.
Okay, let me pick. You'll pick the next card.
Cha-cha. Think it should cover.
Oh, we've already covered it. Okay. Yeah, I think I've picked cards that have already. Just give me a minute so that. Yes, this card. I really want to hear your opinion.
Hell no.
Read it out loud. You wanna see?
Protest should require state approval. Protest and state approval should not be in the same sentence. This one is very easy for me. I oppose.
They should not require state approval.
It requires the people's approval. The people may, the people shall, the people will protest. If anything happens, that is the only way we see things working as of now in any African country, even in the world at large, because there is no protest, that there is no democratic country that shouldn't allow protest. What shouldn't be allowed is violent protests, because if you see like how we went to for the June 25th, there are more than we were more than 1 million plus, and that is just Nairobi peke yake. So that goes to show you how many people are of the contrary opinion to the what was it, the budget,
the
finance bill. So if the state is trying to push something and the people don't want it, the people shall, the people will, the people may protest however they want, whether they like it or not, because now it was forced down our throat, and we had a different opinion from what they were proposing. So
honestly, I'm not so sure about how I feel about protests, because there are individuals who die in protests. I wouldn't want to lose anyone because of a protest. I feel there should be a better way to engage with the government, and our systems are intentionally slowing down the mode of engagement with the government, and that's why the protests become necessary. However, I feel as citizens, apart from protests, we need other ways that are very peaceful to engage with the government. So there may be two loopholes. Number one, our government is intentionally barring us from engaging with it, and then number two, we are not aware of other systems on how to engage with the government. So I'm not sure whether it's the Mwananchi who is not aware of how to engage with the government, or it is the government that is preventing us from engaging with it.
No, the Mwananchi knows, because there was supposed to be a public participation, but there was none. So the only public participation the Mwananchi took was protest. Let's put it this way. Mtu akibondo na pikipiki hapa leo, iende hivyo. Kesho abonde na pikipiki hapa leo, kesi iende mbele, hakuna kitu ifanyike. Kesho kutwa mtu abonde na pikipiki hapa nje, kitu ikose kufanyika. What will the people do? Si watatoka tu kwa barabara wa protest.
Then it means our systems are now too slow to provide justice. So something needs to be done to ensure that our systems of justice are fastened quite